Okie dokie. Hello? Ah, there we go. Hello. Hello. Oh, that's not the right one. Hello. How is everyone today? Sorry as I immediately run into technical issues. You know how it is. Too close. Close to the screen. There we go. Out in the corner where I should be. Yeah. Okay. Are you ready? Are you ready for part 28 of the Great Ace Attorney playthrough series? We are now up to I think day 2 in court. We have a whole person as a witness, I guess, to cross-examine, and I guess several pieces of evidence as well. So yeah, let's get into it. I'm personally most interested in the wax head that has some like the man with the eye mask type vibes. Like, is that actually the visage of the professor underneath all that? Like, are we going to be able to like crack it open? Can we give it to Sherlock for him to crack it open? I don't know. We'll find out. 24th of October, 9:11 a.m. The Old Bailey, defendant's antechamber. Good morning to you, Mr. Naruhodo. Ah, good morning, Professor. Ready for today's proceedings? No? I hope so. I should be. Even I, with nothing left to... Immediately cut off. Good morning, my dear fellows. Hello, Sholmes. Oh, Mr. Sholmes, you're here. Why, naturally. A true gentleman stands shoulder to shoulder with his friends in battle at all times. So are you not a true gentleman? Considering that you've rarely come to my battles, as to say, asshole. But you know, actually no, I shouldn't be mean to him. I should be glad that he finally is awake, like early enough to be here. Thank you for coming, buddy. Thank you. I really appreciate it. I'll see you later then. Sasata. I'm so happy she's back, honestly. Now, Professor, we really need you to remain calm in the courtroom today. Yes! Do try your hardest not to enter the witness stand uninvited again. Yes, I will. I realize it was a mistake, but my dear fellows, I must interject. Thanks. Thank you, Sholmes. Oh, you're still here, Mr. Holmes. What's the matter? Surely you've overlooked some praise, have you not? To be cast in my direction. Oh, do you want praise for your good work yesterday? You know, in almost getting us killed? This man walked in, saw the time bomb in the center of the room, and was like, no. It may look like a ticking time bomb, but it's probably not that. And then let everyone just stand there. Oh man, this guy's like a small puppy. You did good, okay? I'll give you a couple of head pats. Pat. Sorry? I don't follow. Must I spell it out? I, the great Sherlock Holmes, the greatest detective of worldwide acclaim, arose at some ungodly hour to be here now. First thing in the morning. A miracle. You must agree. Oh, that's what he's talking about. Oh yeah, I did mention this earlier. It's surprising that he's here on time, right? Okay. Dear Sherlock, thank you for arising before noon to be here with us for moral support. We do appreciate your presence. Thank you. Pat. Well, if I must agree, then... As you know, my sleep is quite impregnable. Iris had to employ a full gamut of tactics. She pulled the covers off, shook me, poked both cheeks, punched me, and kicked me from the bed. Then she... I'm glad you're unharmed then. Holy shit. Then she poured a boiling cup of her latest experimental blend on my face, and at last, I was bestirred. Boiling cup? Dear God. Dear God. Maybe next time Iris should just try the old throw a bucket of water on person trick. Rather than boiling cup. Oh, my. Iris has been busy. Iris doesn't have it in her to go that far. She's too nice. Ah, I sense the spirit of a fellow scientist, one who relishes the infinite possibilities of blending tea. I am the one, worthy of praise here, not Iris. This is my victory. Good job. Eh? Sorry to cut in. Ah, Gregson. Oh, Inspector Gregson. Good morning. Gregson, my dear fellow, why the grim expression at this delightfully early hour? Oh, I don't know. Maybe because I confronted the grim expression, eh? Maybe because I've been confronted with the grim expression? Did you have to talk with Barak? Dear me, are you going to take that insult lying down, Professor? Oh. What? I don't know! I'll start by him. Poor Professor. Anyway, here's the paperwork you asked for. I asked for paperwork? It has a secret on it too. Ooh. What paperwork? Ah, I took the liberty of requesting it yesterday. I have the feeling it may prove useful. I want to believe the hoops I had to jump through. To get this brought out? Oh, you wouldn't believe the hoops I had to jump through to get this brought out of the archives. It's the professor's autopsy report. Oh, from before. Important papers. Wait, I have papers too. Ha! Thank you. Well, this truly is important papers, though. That mass murderers? Who killed 5 members of the aristocracy? He was found guilty in a closed trial 10 years ago now. It's all done under wraps. Oh, it's top secret. Do they have a statute of limitations? It was quickly executed soon after the trial. It's all in here. Important papers. Oh, this is important. We should give this a read. The killer's autopsy report. We definitely should read this right now. I don't know what to say. Thank you, Inspector. Truly. And thank you too, Sherlock. For having the foresight to give us this. Alright, let's quickly read this. Oh, redacted. Pseudonym the Professor, death by hanging, confirmed at midnight, 17th of June. Courtney Stevens. Oh, so the same... Wait, Courtney Stevens? So Steven? Wait, isn't her name Courtney... Scythe? Eh? Did she change? She changed her last name? Or this is a coincidence and it's someone else? But it's an Ace Attorney game. I don't think it's a coincidence. Wait, that's it? That's all we got? Wait, it looks so thick though. It's like a whole ass file, and inside tell me there's like one slip of paper. Bitch ass. That feels like a cop out. But Courtney, Steven. Is this Stevens or Steven? Sorry. Steven? Courtney Scythe. Like her initials are still the same. Her first name and the initials are still the same? That seems like a very poor choice of name change. Huh. Oh well. This paper is still important. We shall keep it for later. Yes, much obliged, Gregson. I'll slowly lock the yard, just doing what we can. In the shadow of the great Detective Sholmes, of course. Sucking up. Well then, Professor Harebrained, this is it. Today we're gonna lay it all to rest at last. I wish you the best of luck, Professor. I suppose he'll be in there today, will he? Brock? Oh, yeah, he's the prosecutor. No, okay, my bad. Drebber. Yes, Drebber will also be there, hopefully. Yes, we expect the prosecution to summon him as a witness. I'm still amazed that you managed to find him in just one day. I Oh, you both so much. Aw, it's okay, Fatbrain.
Counsel, and the defendant. The trial's about to resume. Kindly make your way to the courtroom at once.
Aye, aye, Captain. Or aye, bailiff. This is it then. The final chapter. Funny, my heart's racing a little. I have not felt this way before, actually. This strange foreboding. As if something's gonna happen in this trial that I'm not ready for. Ill omen. I don't like that. I don't like that. But I can't let that distract me from the only thing that really matters. Finding the truth. Okay. Hopefully that's just not foreshadowing. The opposite of foreshadowing. It's just filler, hopefully. I'm nervous. Tuck.
In the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I hereby declare the court to be in session again. We resume the public hearing of Albert Harebrain, here present, who stands accused of murder. Are the counsels for the prosecution defense ready to proceed?
Oh, there he is. Oh yeah, because he said he was gonna be in court. Oh, is that how I look with Susato next to me? Huh. I guess that makes sense. Damn. He actually is just there. Kazuma? Is that you, buddy? Oh. Oh, but Sherlock said he doesn't lie. God. Who is it? Who are you? My first theory was that he was Barack's long lost friend. But I guess Barack would have noticed, right? So the second theory was that he's my long lost friend. But Sherlock says he isn't, so I don't know what to think. I guess we'll find out.
The prosecution is ready, my lord.
The defense? The defense is ready, my lord. As promised, Lord Bedzags has his apprentice with him. His apprentice with memory loss.
If I may, Lord Bedzags.
Yes, my lord.
There appears to be someone standing at your side.
Ah, yes. My apprentice, an assistant. The prosecution believes today's proceedings will see the complexity of this case raised considerably. What?! Oh my god. Wait, that's Kazuma! Kazuma! Kazuma, is that you? Kazuma? Kazuma! Wait! I've only ever seen... I feel like I've seen that sword animation before! I feel like I've definitely seen that sword animation before. That's Kazuma! That's Kazuma, isn't it? Kazuma? Kazuma! Oh my god. I'm fucking taking my papers. Kazuma! Is that you? Please. Kazuma, please! Oh my gosh! Is this Kazuma? But... Oh my god. Okay. I guess Kazuma's still alive. Or they recycled the sword animation? I guess since it's a game, that's possible, right? But like if oh my god, my brain is fucking fried, dude. Ah! I can't. Is that Kazuma? Oh, hello, Poké Dumplings. Hello, welcome. I forgot the Master's Princess acts as a glorified bottle opener. That's his... Yeah, that's the only reason Barack has him there. To open his wine. But... like, in the context of, like, real life actions, was... Did he... That was Kazuma's sword animation. I hate this. Okay. Okay, back. I therefore instructed my assistant to attend to ensure the smooth running of this trial. And the smooth running of liquid refreshments, by the look of it. The way he holds himself, the way he moves. It couldn't be anyone else. Yeah, see? Susato and I agree! But he's still suffering from amnesia. So there's really nothing we can do at the moment. I mean, there's some things you can do. There's some things you can do. You could fucking go and ask Lord freaking Strongheart what the fuck is going on. Strongheart knew who Kazuma was. What? Why did he let him be like a nameless, cloaked, masked figure? What the hell is... Oh my god, I can't concentrate on this case. I can't concentrate on this case. I can't do it. I can't do it. How the hell am I supposed to defend Hairbrain when I'm going fucking hairbrained thinking about Kazuma? Oh my gosh. I know, but this is so very hard. It is so very hard. Oh my gosh. I neither confirm nor deny, but you sound very hard, Kobe. Look, ever since Kazuma went on vacation, in quotation marks, died, I've been in denial, okay? Because I was like, we never saw the dead body with our own eyes. And this is an Ace Attorney game. There is a non-zero chance that he's still alive. But by the end of the first game, I thought like, oh no, maybe it was copium. maybe it was copium. But then the second game does this. But then they do this. Kazuma, please. We never got to finish our honeymoon cruise. Oh my god, I'm losing my mind. How am I supposed to focus on this trial? Okay, focus. Okay.
It would appear the prosecution has done a fine job in responding to the demands of the court made yesterday. I understand you have successfully secured the engineer who disappeared from the scene on the day in question.
Yes, my lord. I intend to call him as a witness shortly.
Very good, very good. Now then, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, who have been chosen at random to represent the will of the people in this courtroom today. Are you ready and willing to proceed? Of course, my lord. I'm sure we all understand the importance of doing our civic duty.
I do so despise deception and deceit. I find it so very wearing.
To take a man's life with a conjuring trick, it is against the magician's code, not to mention the law. I'm glad he had to make that distinction, I guess. Any fake scientist should feel the wrath of God, if you ask me.
It's a bit of an oxymoron to say science and God in the same sentence, but okay. A child? We have to listen what's said on both sides. The fence and, then sit on one. That's it, isn't it? Yeah, that's it.
Wasn't like this back in my day. Wasn't like this at all. Okay, Boomer. If all parties are ready to proceed, you may begin, Lord Van Zykes. Before I do, my lord, there is a report I must read to the court.
Oh? Kazuma, is that you? Please. I can't do this. I'm gonna climb over the goddamn bench. I'm gonna rip that mask off his face. I can't do this, oh my gosh. Okay.
Yesterday at the Great Exhibition Grounds, the evidence of primary importance in this case, the super high voltage instantaneous kinesis machine, which was installed on the experimentation stage, was deliberately destroyed in an explosion effected by an unknown person or persons. It was... What?!
Oh, here's a gun.
What's this? They just let anyone have anything in court these days, huh? An explosion?! This is an outrage! Yes, I have heard of this grave news yesterday. Scotland Yard submitted a report to my office this evening. I read that the machine was blasted to smithereens, and the records reduced to ashes in the flames.
I once saw a sign saying Christian Science Christian Science Church. Which, yeah, that does seem like a huge oxymoron, doesn't it, Spooky Dumplings, right? Like, I guess, like, I don't want to bash on scientists that, have faith, but like a lot of what I assume to be like Christian beliefs tend to be at odds with science. I guess some people navigate that road like better than I can imagine. Like I'm pretty sure that's why there is they call, that particle they discovered the God particle. Like I think that's why. I'm not 100%. But yeah, I guess it's just down to the individual person. But Christian Science Chess does sound like an oxymoron, doesn't it? I have here a photographic print of the scene, taken at the wake of the explosion. Oh! It reveals the trapdoor! It shows what little remains of the machine. I guess in trying to burn it up, he kind of revealed the mechanism by which he pulled the trick off, huh?
Yes, a terrible business.
He did it to destroy the evidence, did he? That Enoch Drebber.
The court will take this print as evidence, counsel.
The post-explosion photograph has been entered into the court record. Actually, Renowska does bring up a point. Did Drebber blow it up to destroy the evidence, or was it to reveal the trapdoor?
Late yesterday afternoon, the protection afforded to the machine, by the Special Dispensation of Scientific Equipment Act was revoked. However, before a thorough investigation could begin, the invention was obliterated from existence. As such, this will become a very different trial.
Why are you pointing at me? What did I do?
As it stands now, with no evidence on which to draw meaningful conclusions, the authenticity of the kinesis machine will remain forever in obscurity.
Well, I mean, I can just tell you that it wouldn't have worked. I mean, didn't we have the science from Hairbrain confirm this kind of hack?
Indeed, it is a most unfortunate state of affairs. However, one thing remains clear. The victim's death was the result of the actions of the accused. Of that we can be certain. For it was the accused himself who was operating the machine, and who ultimately caused its loss of control.
As Lord Van Zykes rightly says, this is a very different trial now. The accused accepts responsibility for his part in the events that transpired. He acknowledges that Mr. Asman died as a result of the accident caused by his machine's malfunction. Does he? However, unbeknownst to the Professor, he was being deliberately deceived by a pair of very clever fraudsters.
Names, counsel, if you please.
The engineer, Mr. Enoch Drebber, and the victim himself, Mr. Odie Asman. So what exactly were those two men up to behind the defendant's back? The defense intends to expose the information, thus establishing the unequivocal innocence of the defendant. I don't know if that line of logic holds. Because in the very first sentence, you said that we accept the defendant's part in the accident, which directly led to the victim's death. I don't know. Even for mitigating factors, this doesn't feel. You know what? Renowska, we'll go along with it. Let's see where this takes us.
Thank you, counsels. The positions of the prosecution and defense have been clearly stated. Lord Van Zykes, summon your first witness, please.
At once, my lord.
The prosecution calls the engineer, Mr. Enoch Drebber, to the stand. Ah, yeah, we get this man again. Yeah! Oh my god, I love him so much. Look at that funky little kid. Oh, not a kid. Funky boy. State your name and occupation for the court. Name and occupation. Hard to pin down, I would say.
See that black monocle? Yes. Why do I feel as though I've seen it somewhere before?
Oh, you too? I had the exact same feeling myself. You file indicates that you are currently being investigated in connection with another case. The theft of a waxwork model, was it? A most extraordinary sounding business.
But that has no bearing on this trial, I assure you. Cleave it from your mind.
I
doubt. Do we still have it? Oh, we do. Perfect. Yeah, doubt. Actually, can we check it right now? We have so much evidence in this case, huh? Because you didn't get it examined yesterday. Is there anything special? Can we open you up? Can we open you up, perhaps? Oh, what was that? Oh, here we go. So many random things stuck up Sasato's sleeves. Truly, we use her as a storage unit. This lock looks very strong, doesn't it? There's definitely no way you could remove the mask itself if it was put on you. What a terrible way to treat someone, even a convicted criminal. I know, it's starting to make me livid, actually. Miss Naruhodo, please. I mean, just think about it. Imagine if you had an itch on your cheek all of a sudden. You'd be utterly helpless. Okay. Well, yes, that's true. But I'm not sure that warrants quite so much anger. Oh, right. Sorry. Yeah, this is truly like some man in the iron mask bullshit. Okay, that's all we can find. I guess we can't open it. Not for yet, at least. But I will not cleave it from my mind. I will remember it.
You are familiar with the public experiment carried out at the Great Exhibition some days ago. The accused super high voltage instantaneous kinesis demonstration.
Yes, you could say that. I am aware of it. There was a terrible accident, wasn't there? Kazuma!
Peace. Okay. It was you, Mr. Drebber, who constructed the vast machine used in the experiment. Or so our investigation indicates. Can you confirm your involvement?
Yes, I constructed it in precise accordance with the blueprints. But that's all.
Then the court would be very interested to hear your thoughts about the machine, I'm sure.
Oh. Ding. An amazing device, if you ask me. The pinnacle of modern science, making instantaneous kinesis a reality at last. Yeah, he's fucking lying through his teeth. Also, I realized I had desktop audio muted. My bad. So if you couldn't hear sound before, that was on me. But yeah, guys, this guy is just fucking full on lying. He's lying because he's guilty. It's a bad line. It's a bad line of argument to say he's a bad person, therefore he's lying. But come on, he's lying.
What? Good gracious! You mean to say that the experiment was bona fide? Is that your belief, sir?
Yes, it's very much my belief. Such a waste that it blew up.
Objection!
But we've already established the machine was nothing more than a prop for an elaborate conjuring trick.
Objection!
You've established nothing of the sort. What I was shown during yesterday's proceedings is that the same outcome could have been produced by means of stage trickery. Son of a bitch. The defense merely proposed a method and demonstrated its feasibility. Nothing more.
But...
Procrastinated long enough, I feel. Witness, you will now give your formal testimony about the machine that you constructed for the purpose of the demonstration at the Great Exhibition.
Understood. Oh my god, I love his animations. So smooth. But also, fucking liar. Dick ass. I want to see more of her code. I swear to god, some of these motifs in his suit are on hers. But I can't remember. I met the young professor approximately 1 year ago through Mr. Asman's introduction. He provided me with the blueprints and I constructed the machine to his precise specifications. It was no trick. I love that. If the whole show was a fraud, it would have required a body double. Tell me, did the victim have a twin? He had a waxwork though! If only we could get this off, we could probably prove... Because that's my current working theory. That this guy also happened to be, I guess, the waxwork mass murderer, the professor. Where's Sherlock when we need him? All the spectators saw the birdcage appear above their heads, and then crashed headfirst into the crystal tower. A terrible accident, I grant you. Perhaps the science on which the machine was built was flawed somehow? I mean, if it was flawed, it wouldn't have worked now, would it? A body double? Renosuke, why are you surprised? That goes without saying, surely. To give the impression that something has moved, when in reality it hasn't, it's a basic conjuring principle. The deception cannot be achieved without substituting the original with a fake at some point in the performance. But I'll be right in saying you haven't managed to establish anything along those lines.
Incidentally, the prosecution has already confirmed that Mr. Asman has no twin siblings. As my understanding, this witness is well versed in conjuring artfulness. Such talents do not indicate that he was actually able to accomplish what he claims. Namely, the construction of what, by all accounts, must have been an extremely complex scientific machine.
Whatever do you mean?
Yesterday's proceedings brought the true nature of your past exploits to light, Mr. Drebber.
Indeed it did, my lord! As a swindler who preys on innocent scientists to elicit government grant money through conjuring know-how. Yes, it is true I possess considerable knowledge of stage magic. But crucially, my scientific knowledge more than matches that of any academic in the field.
Investigation of the witness workshop attests to that claim, my lord.
Ah shit! The trophy!
As evidence, the police found the Royal Society trophy for young talent in science there.
I mean, science has many different branches. He could be good at biology, which means he knows nothing about engineering. Like, it's not all. You can't just say, oh, he's good at science. He must be good at every science. Like, that's stupid. Yes, that's true. We spotted it there ourselves. If a hypothesis is sound, it can always be forged into a physical manifestation with sufficient skill. No, that is absolutely not true. I mean, we know. Well, at least we're pretty darn certain. If you collapse anything in on itself enough, it will form a black hole. But we can't fucking do that, even with, like, sufficient skill. It's not skill-based. Sometimes you just can't do things. And I tell you what you can't do. You can't deconstruct someone into a fucking string of atoms, beam them across a space, and have them reconstructed perfectly with bloody 20th century science, okay? You can't do that. Though I may have sold the secrets of some deceptive wiles to sniveling, talentless scientists in the past?
Would you therefore assert that the explosion of the machine was
An unfortunate accident. Or, of course, a deliberate act of murder carried out by the misuse of science. This fucking smirk. I hate him. I love him. I hate him.
counsel for the defense? Your cross-examination, please.
Yes, my lord. God, this madness. Okay. Let us press everything, and then we can see how we can pull his argument apart.
Hold it!
So you were already acquainted with Mr. Asman himself? Not really. By chance, I'd seen his name mentioned in the papers, that's all. I had no interest in his private affairs. If he was an unscrupulous investor, it was no concern of mine. As long as people pay their bills, I take up my tools and construct what they ask for. So why did Mr. Asman approach you in particular then? Who can say? I presume because my name is associated with excellence in engineering. Not to mention excellence in fraud. Hard to gauge, but the point is, all I did was construct the machine according to the blueprints I was given. In other words, the Kinesis machine was built on solid scientific principles. Again, was it really? Was it really? Yes, you might say that. Professor Hairbrain certainly has a mind like no other. I guess I can't deny that. But I feel like he meant that less as a compliment and more as an insult. He provided me with the blueprints, and I constructed the machine to his precise specifications. It was no trick.
Hold it!
Wait, didn't we find blueprints yesterday though? It's clear that you have both scientific knowledge and knowledge of conjuring magic. However, the more knowledge you have, the better equipped you are to handle whatever comes along. But your implication is that I furnished the machine with some trickery, I think. It's a possibility that we have to explore. Unfortunately though, the machine has been blown to Kingdom Come. So there's really nothing left to explore, is there? Oh my god, this guy. It appears that the Kinesis machine was fitted with a timed explosive device of some kind. And there's nothing left of that device either. Not a single shred of evidence remaining. I hear. He must have planned all this from the outset. But in any case, it's abundantly clear that the experiment couldn't have been a trick. Couldn't have been a trick. There. If the whole show was a fraud, it would have required a body double. Tell me, did the victim have a twin?
Hold it!
I really wanted to present the wax head, but Renosuke! Renosuke, please, come on! Of course, that's it! Mr. Asman was a twin!
Objection!
Perhaps my letter friend wasn't listening earlier. Mr. Asman had no twin siblings. No, I heard you before, but the thread of hope hadn't quite left me. Oh my god, Renosuke, please. Renosuke, please, you're killing me. The demonstration could have been a trick if there was someone who looked sufficiently like the victim. But Dr. Scythe absolutely ruled that out as a possibility. Kazuma. Kazuma! I want to see him. I want to see him. Put your arm down. I want to see my boy. This is beyond question that the victim himself, Mr. Asman, did move from the stage to the Crystal Tower. And the fingerprints found at the scene attest to that fact. Renosuke thinking he can manifest a twin for him. You know, if he tried hard enough. Sadly, didn't have Sasato's psychic abilities. No. Truly, Renosuke's like, maybe if I say it, it will be true.
but alas, it was not to be.
Fingerprints can be either forged or this can be faked. The reports can be faked. Cause I'm sus of Courtney Scythe. She's hot and she's sexy, but I do not trust her. So it can't have been orchestrated by someone who looked identical to Mr. Asman then. What are you thinking, Miss Naruhodo? Oh, no, nothing. Just that the idea of someone who looked identical to the victim is playing on my mind. Wax figure! Wax figure! Wax figure! Can we open it, please? Where's Sherlock when you need him? Everyone toss him his head and be like, hey boy, can you like crack that open?
Well, the spectators saw the birdcage appear above their heads and then crash headfirst into the crystal tower.
Wait, let's go back. I didn't press that.
Hold it!
That smarmy smile. Ugh. Crashed headfirst, you say? Oh. We have evidence for that, don't we? No, it didn't crash headfirst. It crashed foot first, didn't it? I guess we could present that. That's good. According to the many witness reports from those there at the time, yes. Were you not there at the exhibition grounds on the day? Unlikely. I rarely leave my workshop. Yet another one of your unique inventions was found at the scene. Well, it was the unveiling of the machine I labored over for many months. I saw it clearly with my own eyes. The birdcage plummeting headfirst into the tower. Wait, so he admits that he was there? What a surprise. I believe the victim's neck was broken from the headlong fall, wasn't it? How would you have come by that information? Even an infernal recluse like me reads the newspapers, you know? According to the reports, 2 injuries were apparent on the victim's body. Yes, he'd been stabbed in the chest by a screwdriver believed to belong to the defendant, and he had broken vertebrae as a result from a fall from considerable height.
Correct. My learned friend has been doing his research, it seems.
We went through this yesterday in court. Don't insult me like that.
Do we know what injury was the fatal one?
Sadly not. I mean, wouldn't it have been the stab wound because of the blood? I'm assuming, depending on how the neck was broken, there would have been bruising and or swelling. And if there wasn't that, then it means he was dead. I guess if he instantly died from a broken neck, no, you wouldn't have any bruising or swelling. But like, you need blood to be pumping in order for blood to like, kind of spurt out. So if there was like a small... Wait, let me double check. The image. We had an image. We had a shitty image. Yeah. I guess that is a little bit of blood considering that it's in the chest. Maybe he did die from a broken neck. And then this was post-mortem.
Sadly not. Forensic science is not yet at a level where such things can be determined. What we do know is that the victim died having sustained both injuries at some point during the experiment. And since he was found in the birdcage with his neck broken,
it is obvious that he fell from a considerable height. This is hard to deny. Okay, we'll finish pressing and then we start presenting.
Hold it!
So you understood the science, did you? Not in the slightest. Bitch. Bitch. Oh, right. As I've said a number of times, I am an engineer. My job is to manufacture according to the blueprints I am given. I would be inviting manifold problems if I foolishly allowed my brain to digest the ideas behind them. I would be accused of stealing those ideas, for example. But how is it possible to construct a machine without really understanding the principles it relies on? Like IKEA furniture. Well, you are. Oh, oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, ouch. Okay. Wow, Trevor really just committed a murder in court, didn't he? Holy shit. Well, you are practicing law without really understanding the principles it relies on, aren't you? What? Renosuke! At least try to deny it! What the hell? A very good point. Oh my god, Renosuke, please! Stand up for yourself, Miss Naruhodo. Thank you, Susato.
The point is, the experiment resulted in instantaneous kinesis taking place. As such, the science must be sound.
Yes, and really, experiment results are all that matters when it comes to proving a hypothesis. Again, I don't like that. He's certainly very sure of himself. What do you think, Miss Naruhodo? Well, by now, the machine has completely been destroyed by yesterday's explosion. It's going to be impossible to argue its authenticity one way or the other. But if we were unable to establish that it was a piece of stage trickery rather than genuine science, we will have no grounds for which to demonstrate Professor Harebrain's innocence. Both Mr. Asman and this man in the stand tricked the professor and used him. Oh, sorry, that's Renosuke. They took advantage of her naivety and his unbending belief in his work, and I won't let them get away with it. And seeing as the professor is an old friend of Lord Van Sykes, what on earth must he be feeling towards Drebber? I don't know. Who knows what the hell he feels? Fucking tsundere-ass bitch. So we have a lawyer who doesn't know law, an engineer who doesn't understand the machine he's building, and a scientist who designed a machine with likely no engineering degree. Surely nothing could go wrong! Surely nothing could go wrong. That sounds about right. Who needs practical experience or multi-level knowledge in different practices? No, you can just have an idea and stick with it. That's all that matters. Clearly, and clearly nothing went wrong in this scientific experiment. God, what's it like to live in the A universe? I wonder. Or is this just how the early 20th century was? Either or, I think. Either or. I can't tell. Okay, I can definitely contest the head first. God, I love that smile of his. Because it wasn't head first. We can see the damage clearly was feet first.
Objection!
We've examined the birdcage that crashed into the crystal tower ourselves. As you can see, the cage, which is a wooden construction, has sustained damage to one particular spot. Following the explosion, it fell some 30 feet into the glass of the crystal tower. That level of damage is to be expected, surely. I agree. The damage itself is entirely understandable. What doesn't make sense is the location of that damage. All the break... Well, I'm so glad Susato snuck this into her sleeve before it got blown up. The entire birdcage. All the breakages in the wood are at the base of the birdcage, not the top. What are you saying?
It's the opposite of where they should be.
That's right, my lord. The birdcage that was at the scene is damaged at its base. So we have reports of the birdcage falling headlong into the crystal tower, yet the damage is at the bottom. The only way to reconcile these two facts is to accept that there were two birdcages in play that day, which were at some point switched. Switched during what wasn't a scientific experiment at all, but an elaborate piece of stage trickery. Got him. Thank you, Sasato, for stealing that piece of evidence.
Good gracious! Explain yourself, witness!
Well,
If we examine the facts, there's only one logical conclusion we can draw. The damage on the base of the birdcage clearly indicates that it crashed tail first into the tower.
Objection.
but multiple witnesses report claims it fell head first.
The birdcage materialized in the sky next to a balloon flying over the stage, following a spontaneous explosion at the altitude of some 60 feet above ground level.
which is approximately 18 meters.
Renosuke's manifestation malfunctioned. Enoch doesn't have a twin, but the birdcage became a twin. He was really set on the twin fact, and it worked out for him. Managed to get the twin bird cages. God, I still can't believe us stealing evidence just always comes and saves our ass somehow. Like, stealing evidence has never backfired for us. Therefore, I think everyone should steal evidence. Man. It then proceeded to fall some 30 feet into the crystal tower in the ensuing deflagration. Witness reports amid such chaos are notoriously unreliable.
Objection.
But the victim's neck was broken!
Objection.
He plummeted 30 feet inside a heavy wooden cage. However he fell, it would be unsurprising to find one or two of his vertebrae crushed. A riveting, scientific analysis of the events from the prosecution there. Though, to be even more rigorous, you would have to say it was only one vertebra, actually. He wasn't quiet for long.
I find it hard to see what's motivating Lord Van Zykes. This witness is clearly a swindler and one who deceived a personal friend of his.
Which is why he shouldn't be on the fucking prosecution! God damn it, guys! Come on!
If you're going to establish deception, do it right. Sorry? I feel like that's what the undertone here. Ah, yes. There's one more point. The defense appears to have forgotten. Also, do you think Enoch gets off Dilf? I don't know. Dilf? He's kind of too sexy manish to be Dilf, I think. Dilf for me is more of a Gregson type thing. Gregson gives off Dilf vibes. He gives off Tumblr sexy man vibes. Did you think? I mean, I feel like Enoch gives off Tumblr sexy man vibes. Between like the long, like tall, lanky, white hair, one eye. He's definitely a sexy man. He is very sexy. But yeah, I wouldn't categorize him as a DILF. It obviously wasn't a trick, as a certain truth very plainly demonstrates. What? Wait, what is he talking about?
Seems to me, the cross-examination had better continue until we resolve this matter.
Eh? Nani? Nani kore? Oh. Okay, okay, good. More testimony is still good.
Mr. Trevor, you amend your testimony with details of this truth.
Of course, we must treat the matter scientifically, after all. Ugh, nearly had him there.
Oh my god, I love him.
What? Dude, the animation is so good, so smooth. Look at that. The little head bubble, oh, so good. The kinesis clearly took place, because there's nowhere else 30 feet high for the bird cage to have fallen from. That's where you're wrong. Because of how you did it, it now opens up. I don't know if I should present though. Should I? I'll press first. What do you mean? Well, before the demonstration began, the victim was alive on stage in front of an audience. Yeah, there's lots of witnesses who saw Mr. Asman, in quotation marks, allegedly, on the experimentation stage. That's true. The victim's neck broke as a result of an impact following a fall. A knock? And it makes it's just so fun, right? I love seeing him just move around. Just and the little mechanical sounds also are so good. Logically, therefore, the victim must have fallen from somewhere. Yeah! Oh, Kazuma! Kazuma! Man. Every time I see him, I'm just so distracted. The balloon that exploded was at an altitude of 60 feet, and the point of impact with the tower was 30 feet up. The difference of 30 feet is therefore the total distance the birdcage fell. And there's no other location from which the cage could have fallen that distance if it didn't drop out of the sky. Ergo, the victim himself must have been beamed from the stage into the sky above the crystal tower.
Scientific analysis. Dear me, every time I hear it explained, it sounds so increasingly plausible.
That's how they get you. That's how they get you. They just familiarize you with it, and then they sell it to you as plausible, but it's not. It's not plausible. Oh yes, and he knows it. He knows the tricks. Fucking this bastard. It is all very well thought out. Yeah, very well thought out for you to pull off your goddamn switcheroo. Oh, I'm so incised. Certainly, all the spectators that day saw it. The birdcage plummeting 30 feet through the air, I mean. Irritatingly, yes. There's nowhere else. I'm fairly confident that I can...
Objection!
No. No! No! Damn it! Come on! It makes sense! if it was a trap door and he just falls straight to the bottom of the... Because it's 30 feet up and 30 feet to the ground. He just dropped something down. God damn it! Ace Attorney, come on!
And I would have to overrule your Egyptian council.
No, why? You didn't even let me explain myself. I have good explanations. Fuck you. Defense would have to accept the penalty given. I don't accept it. Fuck you.
Ought to hear it. Check the thing again.
What am I missing then? Terrible accident. Flawed somehow? Sadly, none of the dudes had the ability to read your mind. I know! We need more women in the courts so that they can read my mind. So I won't be penalized. Like, what am I missing? What thread am I missing here? I'm assuming I have to prove something else before I can prove the whole trapdoor thing? What do you think, Miss Naruhodo? Can we destroy it? It's gonna be hard. If we establish it's a piece of stage trickery, I'm trying to establish it's a piece of stage trickery, Sasato. I have no grounds in which I'm trying to... Look, if they just let me say... the reason why the birdcage on the stage disappeared as the other one appeared was because, as I postulated yesterday, the real Mr. Asman was hidden in the balloon that, when it was blown up, was then dropped 30 feet onto the crystal tower, while the original alleged Mr. Asman in the original birdcage on the stage was dropped down in front of this trapdoor and thus hidden from the public view. It's sound. It's a sound argument. I'm so angry. So angry. so mad. Is there something else that I'm... Eh? What's this? This piece of glass. It's almost as thick as it is wide. Yes, I've never seen anything like it. If you were to compare it to a human, only Mr. Holmes has such thick skin. There's really no need of such a comparison, Mr. Naruhodo, as you well know. Anyway, it can only be from the Crystal Tower, surely. Yes, I think so too. It was probably made especially to meet the demands of that great structure. Ah, okay. Uh-oh. Ah, we have technical issues. Ah, no, there we go. We're back. Okay, what can I present? Yeah, cause this to this would be 30 feet. What can I? What else would he be feeling? 1 year ago, from blueprints, constructed the machine to precise. There's no trick. All shows a fraud. Body double. See, I can feel like I could also present this, but we don't know what this looks like yet because we haven't opened it. Oh, what was that? Wait. Oh, here we go. Can't find anything out of place. Oh, it just looked like that, but it wasn't actually. It's the only thing we got. We can't open this? Can't crack this open? Can opener this open? Darn it. Oh, darn it. Okay. Can't open that up. This, we saw that had blood on it. Which I'm sure will come in handy later, but none of it affects us now, I think. Like, I'm sure this will come in handy later. And because also, we have this glass, which was found on the waxwork figure. Which means that they shot a waxwork? They shot a waxwork into the tower? So what should I present? This or this? I don't know if I've connected enough threads yet to make this argument, because previously, when I know the answer and I try to make my arguments, the game just punishes me. You know what? I have 4. It's fine. Let's give it a go. No! Immediately denied. Never mind. Look, just let me say what I need to say. When you return journey to Japan? That's harsh. I wouldn't be back to give the court an answer for about 4 months, though.
Rest assured, we should be happy to carry proceedings in your absence, counsel.
He sounds so serious. I have to prove my worth before he really does send me back home. Okay. Maybe I have to present this? Need assistance? I might. I think I'll try showing this instead. Because they want me to show them where else was 30 feet high for the bad education fallen from. And since, yeah, this does show this to this is the same as like that to that. I'll give this a try.
Objection.
Oh, it was this. Okay, I just missed a step. I missed a step. So I showed the photo too early. I just need to show them this first. Okay, that makes sense. I always jump the gun. Thank you, Poke Dumplings. I made it there in the end. This is a diagram of the experimentation stage and its surroundings. We know that somehow the birdcage appeared in midair before falling down onto the crystal tower. The fall about 30 feet, or 9 meters. However, if you examine the diagram carefully, you'll see that there is one other possible location from which the birdcage could have fallen. The same distance of 30 feet.
No.
I feel like the photograph was better evidence than this diagram. I hate this game.
Well, it appears the defense has a possible explanation to put forward. Go ahead, counsel.
Yes, my lord. Of course.
We indicate the place which you're referring on the same diagram.
Well, in the photograph as I showed you earlier, there's a fucking hole right here. Assholes.
Take that!
The place I'm referring to is here.
But that's where the birdcage would have been to begin with.
Which is exactly the point, my lord. Yes, the birdcage was in the machine on the stage. But what we must also consider is the height of the stage itself.
Go on, counsel.
It turns out that the experimentation stage was built at a considerable height above ground level. If you look at the diagram, in fact, you'll see that it's about the same height above the ground as the balloon was above the crash site. When the experiment got underway, the machine and the birdcage were engulfed in steam. At that moment, the floor of the stage gave way, and if we were to assume there to be a void underneath, which we saw in the photograph that I presented at first, I'm not gonna get over that. I'm a little bit salty. This birdcage and the one seen by the audience would have formed in almost exactly the same distance. That's right, start sweating, bitch. Once again, my lord, this all points to the fact there was not one birdcage, but two!
Objection!
Twin birdcages. Hey, where'd Kazuma? Oh, there he is. Wow, he really does blend into the background with that cloak, huh? I didn't see him for a second. My learned friend has no evidence the stage had such a contrivance in its design. Well, if you looked at the fucking photograph I presented you guys first, assholes. I mean, you can't tell how high the fall was with the picture, so it suddenly makes sense. I guess. Yeah, I guess the problem with this game is that I can't mansplain my line of thought to it. It needs me to like hold its hand and like give it like little bits to like build up that argument. I can't just be like, aha, I have a conclusion. Someone is responsible for the criminal destruction of the kinesis machine itself, that's true. However, the stage still stands. And take a moment to look at this photographic print that I showed you guys earlier, but you struck me down for. Sorry. Take a moment to look at the photographic print of the scene following yesterday's explosion. Yeah? Huh? See it?
Lord, the metal grill that formed the floor of the machine is undone.
Yes. Most likely blown open by the force of the explosion that destroyed the rest of the machine. The defense calls for the space below the stage to be investigated immediately. Kinda sucks that didn't actually crawl down and investigate it, huh? Mr. Drebber! It was you who built the kinesis machine, which means that it was you who built the two bird cages that were used to carry out this deception. Whether Professor Hairbrain's hypothesis is sound or not makes no difference, because it's the construction of this machine that matters. A machine designed to take Mr. Asman's life. And lay the blame firmly at the professor's... to lay the blame firmly at the professor's door. Something that could only been carried out by you, Mr. Enoch Drebber. Double slam. What was that? Wait, you finished one bottle of wine already? Bro, slow down, your liver. Wait, come on. You can't be drunk in court. Don't drink the wine that fast, buddy. Kazuma. My learned friend has reached the end of his wild assertions. This fucking dickhead. This fucking asshole. I'm drinky sippy sippy. Okay, I'm calm. The prosecution would like to crush the defense's argument slowly but surely. What? Your argument fails to hold water on 2 counts. Well, let's hear it then. Let's fucking square up. Let's go. 2? Firstly, before and after the experiment, this witness went nowhere near the kinesis machine. Every relevant member of staff from the exhibition has attested that. Well, why would he need to be close by if he built the machine? Maybe he built it with a fucking remote controls or some shit. I mean, if Iris could do it, if Iris could make a telegraphic tracker at age 10, surely a man in his 30s can create a goddamn remote trapdoor. So angry.
I believe the members of Scotland Yard have also been on watch duty at every public experiment.
Fucking hell, Courtney Scythe is in on it! Sorry, I just had the revelation. Before I was like, oh, maybe she is on it. But now I know for sure that she's in on it. Because now I know for sure that they shot the waxwork figure, which means that the body was swapped at autopsy, which means that she's totally in on this entire conspiracy. What the hell? Wait, is Courtney Scythe the same as Courtney Stevens, which was involved in the murder? Courtney Stevens? Is that you? Courtney Scythe? Condemned prisoner? Were you all together on this deeper conspiracy with the... Wait, what's your relation? Were you related? What the hell's going on? What the fuck, bro? Ah! Losing my mind. Are you guys related? Or is that wrong of me to say so just because you both have white hair? And like similar color eyes, I guess. 7 and 5 at moment. It's when all the dots connect. Like before, I'm like, oh, I can have my suspicions, but now I'm like, these are more than suspicions. Now I can say for sure that like there's a substantial possibility that this fucking conspiracy goes deeper. But then how does it connect to the case 10 years ago? Okay, let's keep going. And I have to be careful because every single time I jump the gun, I end up getting penalized. So I have to keep piecing it up from bottom up. I can't go off the rails.
I believe every member of Scotland Yard have also been on watch duty at every public experiment.
In other words, Mr. Drebber had no opportunity to switch the alleged pair of bird cages.
Objection!
But I've already explained why he wouldn't have. Oh my gosh, and Courtney's also the head of the forensic investigation team. Wait, shit, does that mean Lord Strongheart's in on it too? What the fuck? I know I said I wouldn't go off the rails, but I feel like the train has left the station. The train is off the rails already. Wait. Yeah, because when we saw the bird cage again, it's because the forensic team had returned it. Which means the switch had already happened. Wait, does it mean every member of the forensic science team, also the forensic investigation team, is like in on this? Wait, for what purpose? Wait, does Lord Strongheart know? Clearly he has to know, right? Because he's in charge of the... But I don't understand. Why? I don't understand. What's your motive? Time to ride the train into the abyss? Yeah, truly. Choo-choo, fucking, let's go. Oh my god. Wait, shit, what did Renosuke say? But I've already explained why he wouldn't need to have to. Needed to? Oh, the nonsense with the crossbow? That doesn't bolster your case at all.
The man who disappeared from the stage and the man who crashed into the tower are the one and the same. The forensic investigation team's report is unequivocal on that point. Courtney! Courtney! Wait. If they want him dead... No, wait. That could make sense of why they want him dead. Okay, wait. No, I'm figuring it out. The reason why they want him dead is because they know that he's the serial killer from 10 years ago. And so they're trying to kill him and covering up. Wait, then should I just let this conspiracy slide? Because they're technically doing good. But no, they pinned it on an innocent person. No, I can't let that slide. I can't let that slide. I can't let that slide. Ugh. And the second flaw in your assertion is a distinct lack of motive. Why would this man have wanted to take the victim's life? He had no reason to do so. A motive? Do I have to think of everything myself? Well, if you're gonna bring it to the table, yeah, I have to think of the reason why. Kazuma. I have here a contract which is provided by the witness. What contract is this, Lord Van Zykes? The contract into which Mr. Drebber entered with the victim, Mr. Asman. It reads, Mr. Drebber is to receive 30% of all remunerations from the government grants or other income. 30%? Certainly very favorable contractual conditions. But there was one very important provision bolted into the clause. What provision? That he has to be alive? Mr. Drebber may only upheld this right on condition that both contracting parties are alive. In other words, if either of us were to die, the contract would become null and void. And you see, I had nothing to gain from Mr. Asman's death. A diametric opposite, in fact. Ugh. Need I say more? The witness has neither an opportunity nor reason to commit the alleged crime. In short, the possibility of Mr. Drebber having done as you suggest is nil. Ugh. Gah! You gotta look at that sassy hip hop. It seems the defense's assertion was somewhat wide of its mark. Well then, Zoinks, you will submit the contract as evidence, please.
Yes, let me read it, please. Okay. Okay, let's get that, Gandalf. Chin up, Renosuke. We still got a fight to fight. The investor, Mr. Odi Asman, hereby enters into a contract with the provider, Mr. Enoch Drebber, to fund labor and materials for the construction of the super high voltage instantaneous kinesis machine. Mr. Drebber is to reserve 30% of all remunerations. Either parties are alive. E.D. E. Drebber, O. Asman. See their signatures. Oh, I don't have the business card anymore. Oh, I don't have the business card anymore. Okay. I was gonna compare the signatures, but I guess it's unnecessary. It's true. If Drebber had no opportunity to switch the birdcage under the stage with the one in the Crystal Tower, he couldn't have done it alone. In any case, I have no idea what his motive might have been. Yeah, no, that's also my hang-up. I don't have a motive yet. But I'm sure we'll figure it out. There's one aspect of your argument that still holds true, however. What? There were 2 bed cages. The prosecution is unable to deny that. So I'm sure you're on the right lines, Mr. Naruhodo. And I have no doubt that there are other aspects of your assertion that are undeniable truths too. Oh, Sasato, what will we do without you?
Well, it would seem the defense has no rejoinder to our offer.
Shit. Well, I must say, I'm a little surprised. I came here to testify about the machine I built, and instead, my reputation is defiled. But the prosecution's counter has set the record straight, I think. It is impossible
that I am the culprit. Alone.
Objection!
Can I drag? Can I just implicate other people? Am I allowed to do that? At the beginning of this trial, we believed that there was only one birdcage. Yet now we know there must have been two. So why can't they be two culprits? Is that what you want to say, Renosuke?
Oh my god! What was that? Oh shit, my phone. Don't mind me.
In other words, there was more to the demonstration than we realized at first. I think it's abundantly clear that the same applies to the culprit. Yes! Get to the point! The stage demonstration was constructed and set up in its entirety by you, Mr. Drebber. Therefore, it's inconceivable that you had no hand in the events that transpired. So, if circumstances mean it's impossible that you could have carried out the crime yourself, it points to the fact that someone else was involved. Someone else? Counsel, are you suggesting? Yes, my lord. Mr. Drebber had an accomplice.
Objection!
An accomplice now? Well then, I presume you're prepared for what's to come. Now you're accusing not only this witness, but someone else. The most serious of crimes. If these accusations turn out to be false, then make no mistake. The prosecution will demand an equally serious punishment for your slander. One I'm willing to take. Oh, counsel! Do you intend to pursue this course and formally accuse another party of involvement in this matter? Yes. Yes! At the moment, there's little more than a hunch on my part. No! I have more than a hunch. I have an entire hypothesis, bitch. One that's stronger than Hairbrain's hypothesis. I don't know for sure if Drebber had an accomplice or if he even really is the culprit here. One way or another, though, I have to make my position clear. As a lawyer. So, what's my stance going to be? Did Drebber have an accomplice or not? Name the accomplice! The defense is ready to name Dr. Drebber's accomplice. Somehow, the two bed cages must have been switched. Everything points to that. Yet, according to the coroner's report, that's not a possibility. But that inconsistency itself is a clue. Counsel! Oh, my lord? I've received the stock warning already. If you are nonetheless determined, then I must now ask you to identify this alleged accomplice by name. Courtney Scythe. Or Sith. So, your answer please?
Oh, they're only charging me one. Would have expected more.
You!
Oh, damn, she's older than him. Could have never told.
No, never. Would have never guessed with how young she looks.
Take that!
The name of the person in question is... What's wrong, my Nipponese friend? Surely fear doesn't bind your tongue now. It's a little late for that. No, the reason why I can't say it is because I don't know how to pronounce her last name and I don't want to get it wrong.
Scythe? Sith? Sithy?
Of course I'm afraid. After all, naming her in this capacity is definitely going to make waves. A lot of waves. I could very well turn every single person in this courtroom against me.
I'm sure it'll be alright, Miss Naruhodo.
Except for Sasato. Oh, Sasato, thank you. Oh, thank you, Miss Sasato. Yes, exactly.
The enemy always appears larger than life, but you'll appear exactly the same to the enemy.
Alright then. Here goes. You've kept us waiting long enough. Your answer, counsel. Now. The person who colluded with Dr. Drebber, Mr. Drebber, in order to carry out this wicked crime is Scotland Yard's coroner, Dr. Courtney Scythe.
Sith?
What in the base are you talking about, Dr. Scythe? The head of the forensic investigation team and the coroner who conducted the autopsy on the victim?
Yeah, exactly. She had both, she had, ability, access to, carry the switch out. I don't know yet about motive, but she certainly had access. We know there were 2 bird cages, so who could have switched out? Who could have carried out the switch to complete the illusion? The accident happened in front of a huge crowd of spectators in an area, and the area was immediately sealed off. Then everyone, police officers included, were banished to make way for the forensic investigations team. When else could the switch have occurred? It could have only have been the team's presence. It's essential that the court determines exactly what happened following the incident. The defense demands that Dr. Scythe be summoned to the witness stand at once to testify. Oh, I want corn.
You're no lad! Standing up there, dragging the yard's name to the mud!
I didn't mean to.
I know the woman very well. No better dead brain walker out there. How dare you call her a colonel? My learned friend's imagination appears to be wilder than the East End at night. But the recklessness of your accusation aside, there's another grave problem with your argument. One which the prosecution demands you address at once.
Oh shit. What are we? A grave problem? Oh my word.
Who do you claim acted as the victim's doppelganger?
Oh, I can answer this. What?
Certainly, the baggage containing the body of the victim was exchanged for another. That carriage must also have contained a body. And yet, no missing persons or accidental deaths of anyone even remotely resembling the victim have been reported. Which means there was no one, dead or alive, who could fulfill the role of the body double for Mr. Asman.
That's true. No, it's not true. Come on.
If my argument that the 2 bed cages, then there must have also been one person inside each.
But I don't know if I got an answer to this yet, have I? You do? What can I do to reveal how this body double was? I can present evidence. Name someone? I suppose I could name Madame Spells, but I feel like presenting evidence might be easier. I'll present the evidence.
Very well. The defense will address my learned friend's concerns by presenting evidence that reveals the true nature of Mr. Asman's body double. Good gracious! Evidence? I do hope this isn't, filibustering? Filibustering? Counsel? The court is expecting a name? If you think you've relevant evidence, present it now.
The body double and the birdcage were hiding inside the balloon that was floating above the stage, which means that any witnesses would have only seen them from 60 feet away. So, who was it that appeared out of that explosion, some 18 meters above the spectators? It wasn't a person at all, but a wax figure! The body double inside the second birdcage was... We know that the victim, Mr. Asman, was in the birdcage that was situated inside the kinesis machine on stage, and therefore he couldn't have been inside the second birdcage. Instead, that contained something else. What's been described as a body double, which is what fell from the sky and crashed into the Crystal Tower.
Yes, counsel. According to your somewhat elaborate version of events.
And that body double inside the second birdcage was, in fact... It's right, Miss Naruhodo. You're ready for this. Just steel yourself and come out with it.
Thank you, Mrs. Sato. I needed that. Cause I gave me a heart attack, I thought I was gonna get penalized again. As I was saying, the body double inside the second birdcage was... as unbelievable as it may seem... Wait, why is this in court? Wait, why is this in court? Wait, why the hell is
from her sleeve as well? Oh my gosh. Susato, amazing. Manata Spell must make amazing wax models and fell 18 meters and didn't get damaged. You know what? You're absolutely correct. Holy shit. This wax must be hard. But how did this get into court? What the hell? As unbelievable as it may seem, that thing there. Susato definitely pulled out, just pulled it out of her sleeve. Yeah, right. She's like, don't mind me, everyone. Just the entire exhibit. Oh, my eyes are closed.
Objection!
Oh, Van Dyke isn't happy. She pulled it out just to support Ryunosuke's argument. Wow, 10 out of 10, best judicial assistant ever. Poke Dumplings, you are 100% correct. Susato goes above and beyond. She's like, don't worry about this. I carry all the relevant evidence. Oh my gosh. 10 out of 10, 100 out of 10. Best judicial assistant ever. Open your eyes and look into mine, my Nipponese friend.
I don't want to. No.
Now tell me, what are you playing at? Stand firm now, Ryunosuke. It's time you show your Japanese spirit. As the court will observe, this is a waxwork model. Oh, no! A model, in fact, of the infamous London murderer from 10 years ago, the Professor.
Objection!
You started by indicating the leader of the forensic investigation team as an accomplice for this crime. And now you moved on to indicting waxworks? Yes! That's about the size of it. But why? And why this waxwork?
Because it was stolen.
He looks nothing like the victim. In fact, you can hardly resemble him less. What possible justification can you give? If you want to know why, ask Mr. Drebber. What? Just days before the Professor Hairbrain performed his public demonstration, Mr. Drebber abducted this model from Manata Spells.
Did you say abducted?
And 2 days after the incident at the Great Exhibition, he returned it to the museum. Then this timing.
Is this true, Mr. Drebber?
At first, I couldn't see why Mr. Drebber would have stolen a waxwork and then given it back. But now, the reason is clear. He took it so that he could put it inside the second birdcage as a body double for Mr. Asman. You know, it's funny how Enoch Drebber appreciating art and respecting Madame Tuspel's like backfired on him. Because if he had just like thrown it in the fireplace and like melted it down, he wouldn't be in this situation. Man, poor guy.
Objection!
Are you hearing this, ladies and gentlemen of the jury? Are you hearing the defense's astounding proposal? Oh, hey, yeah, that's true. We haven't had to do a summation examination yet. Oh, thank God. I hate those. The witness fabricated this vast machine with the intention of deceiving some wretched scientist. That he did so in collusion with the country's finest coroner on a public stage in front of a vast audience. And that, to effect the deception, he used a waxwork model that in no way resembled the victim. Are we really to believe this far-fetched tale? What do you decide?
Objection!
Oh no.
Wait! Yes, if you put it like that, of course it sounds implausible. My lord! Oh, my lord.
Ready to speak, if you please? Go ahead, Mr. Foreman. Myself and my colleagues have
I jinxed myself. I fucking jinxed myself.
No, I jinxed myself! I'm gonna have to do a summation examination. No, I don't want to. No, I just said I hate those. Okay, that's fine. Myself and my colleagues have reached an agreement.
Innocent, perhaps?
Very good. In that case, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you will state your leanings for the court to hear now.
Guilty.
Fuck you.
Guilty.
Oh, fuck you.
Guilty.
Fuck you.
Guilty.
Fuck you.
Guilty!
Fuck you.
Kill me.
Fuck you. You'll suck. None of you are free from sin.
This is fine. Don't worry about it. This is fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. This is fine. Some summation examination time, no worries.
So, as indicated by the foreman, the jury has reached a consensus.
I knew that was going to happen.
We shall get through this, Mr. Naruhodo, as we always do. And uncover some new truths along the way, I'm sure.
Yeah, I agree. I'm going to have to appeal to the jurors as usual and see if I can persuade them to change their minds.
Events will now embark on a summation examination.
Oh, I love how he knows me enough that he doesn't even question it.
Are you and your fellows ready to proceed, Mr. Foreman? We are, my lord. Very well. In that case, I ask you now to state clearly for all present to hear the grounds on which each of you has decided that the defendant is guilty of a crime of which he is charged.
So angry. I'm gonna... Wait. I brought a snack with me. Can I reach it? Okay. Okay. I have a snack with me. I'm very happy. Oh, we're going back to front, I guess.
Know that one for years.
Never be an accomplice to anything.
Such a nonsense. Think that those two will ever be conniving with one another.
Oh dear, this is most troubling. But surely the waxwork man stole it. The waxwork the man stole is nothing to do with the coroner, is it?
I have my own problems with members of the police. I do not trust them much.
That's all he has to say?
I've seen no rigorous proof that this waxwork was ever inside the birdcage. It's conjecture.
Wait, shit, if I could show you the...
But I can't present to the jury. Isn't someone without right evidences? He's not up of a job, is he? I won't have it.
This kid's right.
Somewhat unsurprisingly, it seems the introduction of this waxwork model to the proceedings has polarized opinion.
Given that its face is obscured and its built in no way resembles that of the victim, we can only applaud my learned friend's temerity at suggesting it as Mr. Asmon's body double. Temerity? Yes, the applause is deafening. And yes, I know it's extraordinary. But that's the point. That's why I have a strong feeling it's actually a greater clue than anyone yet realizes.
What are you thinking, Miss Naruhodo?
I'm thinking that if I can wrench that freaking mask off, it'll be bloody Asmon's face down there.
The professor.
I can't explain why at the moment, but I feel as though there's a specific reason why it was used.
Why it had to be this model.
Really? Reason why nothing else would do, you mean?
Yeah, and I'm convinced it's something far more significant than whether or not the model looked like the victim.
Oh, okay. Maybe I was wrong. Well, if that's the case, we must prevent the trial from ending prematurely at all costs.
Yeah, agreed. I have to find a way out of this.
Okay. I'm gonna help myself to a mint slice. The mint slices are like my favorite.
Arnott's biscuit.
Like Tim Tams are good, but mint slices are better.
I'm a huge fan of the mint and chocolate combo. People who don't like mint chocolate,
like damn, you guys are missing out.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Okay. First of all, let's press through everything.
Hold it!
And see if we can gain any new information. The order of things seem to have changed around here for some reason. Yeah. I was surprised when he went first too.
Look up, lad. It's a copper's discretion to bend.
I don't think you're a good copper. What? I guess discretion is important. Not very reassuring hearing a policeman say that they're just able to bend the rules whenever they want.
What's wrong with that?
Oh, you know, upholding the law makes it seem a bit arbitrary. Then, I don't know, man. Ooh.
Oh, hello! A rain dog too?
Welcome. Yeah, do you also find it like a bit iffy that like this policeman is just like, yeah, we bend the rules sometimes. What's the problem? I don't know, bro. Yeah, where do I start?
Been working in the yard for 40 odd years.
That's even more than I thought. If he's the word, yeah, if he is the word. Oh gosh.
We only had a metropolitan police service in town for
70 years, you know? Oh wow, more than half the lifespan of the police force. He's been a police officer. That confidence though. We can bend the rules if we want.
Of course, times have changed. But I don't trust coppers back when I started. It was rough. We had to fight crime. We had to fight to win the public's trust as well. And when we did. Forensic science was at its infancy too, even more than now. And she spearheaded that revolution.
Oh, hello, Debai School. Welcome.
Yeah, guessing we're at a summation examination. The worst. Well, in my opinion, the worst part of this game. Dr. Scythe.
Scythe?
You mean?
That's right. About 10 years ago now, it was.
About 10 years ago. So also along the same time the professor was. How is this all connected?
About 10 years ago now, it was. I was still a youngish puppy on the beat.
I mean, youngish? 10 years ago? You said you were in the police force for 40 years. That means you were on the police force for 30 years. 10 years ago. Like, I'm not good at maths, but I wouldn't say that's youngish. Or maybe he's young at heart.
That's when she started making a name for herself as a top-class coroner. Now look at her, head of the forensic investigation team. And that a woman, no less. Well, you want to hear me complain? That's all we dreamt of back then, I tell you.
Oh, good to know he's not sexist. Could you tell me without holding that gun in the air?
We're all out to uphold justice, lad. Full of vim we are, full of vim.
That's coming across loud and clear.
It's utter nonsense to think those two would ever be conniving with one another.
Hold it!
Let's press that.
We're only just starting to understand this case. What are you reading there, sir?
Man behind those murders on Solar Pond Street was caught in 2 days flat. That's real policing for you.
That's really not relevant to this case, is it?
You're wrong there. Because it was Dr. Scythe in charge of examining the bodies. And it was evidence arising from her work that led to the arrest of the scoundrels responsible.
Oh.
That's right. Oh. That woman is at the forefront of this country's fight against crime. The idea that she's somehow involved in this murky business is a load of old tosh.
I thought it was up to me to press the jurors, not the other way around. Oh man, so she seems like she has the confidence of the people behind her. This is gonna be harder than I thought.
Oh dear, this is most troubling. But surely the waxwork man's soul is nothing to do with the coroner, is it?
Hold it!
Why would you assume that?
Well, quite simply because
that unsettling swindler has no relationship with the woman, does he? Oh, see, this is what I was talking about before, about the link between these two. Because they have the same hair and eye color. But apart from that, there's nothing much. Like, people can have the same hair and eye color. I mean, this kid has technically this, well, similar hair and eye color. I mean, he has the same hair and eye color as Gina. Doesn't mean they're related. But like, I don't know. Do they have a relationship? I think they should have a relationship. They had like maybe they're friends? I don't know. True. As it stands, we don't know of any connection. Oh gosh, but it would be delightfully romantic if there was somehow to have a mutual interest in waxwork. Romantic? A woman of society such as myself views everything in terms of relationships, you know? Oh, a socialite. Well, you learn something new every day! Even if you don't want to. One might wonder about a possible relationship between the defendant and this coroner woman. Or perhaps between the defendant and the handsome prosecutor just there. She's shipping in court? Ma'am? Are you shipping in court? The defendant and the handsome prosecutor there. Oh my gosh. This woman may be more astute than I've been giving her credit for. If that's the woman's stance, then perhaps demonstrating some connection between the waxwork and Dr. Scythe would be enough. Yes, I agree. Oh! We have... The waxwork is of the professor, and Dr. Scythe was the one who did the autopsy 10 years ago. Wait, no! It's Courtney Stevens! Shit! So now we have to be like... Wait, is Stevens a pre-married name? Her maiden name? Is that why it's Stevens and not Scythe now? Okay, so if we can get the name to match, maybe we can link her to the waxwork, and then we can convince this juror, the socialite juror, that it was not guilty. As soon as we have even a whiff of a connection, she'll be the first to know. Gosh, yeah, actually, I hadn't thought about that. Is Stevens just her maiden name? Because I was complaining earlier. If she's gonna like come up with a new identity and a new fake name, like why would you choose the same letter as well? I do not have my own problems with members. Oh, I have had my own problems with members of police. I do not trust them much. What sort of problems? Let's just say we've run into each other on numerous occasions while I've been performing on the street. Right, I see. Obviously, artists such as myself cannot appear on stage as we work in close proximity to our audiences. So we perform our great magic in parks, on street corners, and the like. But the police may use any excuse to make our lives difficult. Oh, do you have a thought, sir?
Excuse me.
Do you have something to say in response to that, Mr. Automole? Oh, his name's Mr. Automole. What are you calling a mass murderer? Oh, sorry, my mistake. I got confused because I heard you look like him. I don't look anything like the man. You want to be locked up, sonny? Thanks, Mr. Holmes. Perhaps we could move on. I was really wondering if you had something you wanted to add in response to what juror number 3 just said. And clearly, you do. Back in my day, back in the good old days, it wasn't like this! What wasn't like it, sir? We worked our fingers to the bone just to earn the public's trust, we did. And by Jove, we earned it. People respected us back then. Respected you? Huh. No one would have called a coroner into question in them days. A coroner's report was a hallmark of an investigation done right. Especially when Dr. Courtney Stevens... There we go! We got it! Courtney Stevens! Is that her maiden name? She's the best of the best! And the apple of the force's eye. Hold on a minute. What are you talking about? Who's Courtney Stevens? Ah, sorry. Got a bit carried away there. Stevens is Dr. Scythe's maiden name. It was her maiden name! Oh my gosh! Her maiden name? That was before she was married.
Of course. Yes, silly me. It's Scythe now, isn't it?
Stevens. I'm sure I've seen that name somewhere. You have! Literally, this morning, come on!
Anyway, the point is, those are the great days of policing. Not like now.
Sorry to interrupt, sir. But did you think you could change your statement to include that name? Then I can pit!
Well, yes, I don't see why not.
Pit, pit, pit! Goes back then. Oh, should I pit now or should I keep pressing? Wait, I'll keep pressing because I always jump the gun and I don't want to do it again. We'll press through these last two.
Hold it!
She claimed the whole instantaneous kinesis demonstration was a trick.
But I did. There's more than one way to pull a rabbit out of a hat, isn't there?
Sorry?
I grant you, given that this cage appeared from a mist and explosion, there had been no need to use a real person. If a waxwork had been used, the culprit could at least have the decency to make it look like the victim.
I'm not sure exactly how much criminals are governed by decency.
The point is, if you're going to make a claim about the waxwork being inside the birdcage, you need to give us some evidence. Without that, it's just not science!
I suppose we should expect nothing less than a logical argument from a fellow of the Royal Society. But that person means his mind could be changed if we manage to present suitable evidence.
Evidence that the Professor Waxwork was inside the birdcage. Oh, we can! I have evidence! I have evidence! Actually, I have something I'd like you to see, sir. The glass!
Oh, I must warn you that I firmly believe it's only wise to trust men in white coats.
I could change if you want.
So given your jet black outfit, I don't mind admitting to a sense of trepidation here.
You're wearing black too! Asshole? Oh my god, me! That's what I said when I was scared. So you don't trust anyone in black? Looking in the mirror must be very trying. I do have some evidence that proves the waxwork was inside the birdcage. Namely, this thick piece of glass.
Take that!
What's that? A piece of glass? Though it's unusually thick for glass.
Yes, we found it inside the waxwork.
Yes, it's a piece of broken glass that we found inside the jacket of the waxwork. As you say, it's not ordinary glass though. It's very thick and clearly made for extra strength. Much like the special glass that was developed for the construction of the Crystal Tower.
Crystal... Holy smoke!
Exactly! The centerpiece of the Great Exhibition, where the very incident we're talking about took place. On the day in question, the birdcage fell from above and smashed through a window of that special glass.
From whence this small piece originated? Is that it?
Precisely. So, what do you say? Now that the clear evidence is in support of the assertion that's in place before you?
Change. Well, as I said, I only trust men in white coats as a rule. However, when the reasoning is sound, it's fair to say colour shan't come into it.
Thank you.
In light of what you showed me here,
Yes, I feel obliged to change my position on the matter.
in that case, juror number 4, you amend your statement now, please.
Oopsie daisies. My mint slices.
Man, I know where to put this. Okay. Wait, you amend your statement, but you didn't actually change? I thought I changed your mind. Oh, I guess I have to use them to pick against someone else, I guess. Alright, I'll press this little child then.
Hold it!
I got to ask, why have you brought that cord into court with you?
Gonna go? He's been growing back on the farm. Picked him off on the way to town. He's a proper nibbler, he is.
I feel like same as Gregson's fish and chips. It's like a constant regenerative cord. Yes, the nibbling seems to be taking quite a while. Maybe you could wait until after the trial?
Oh,
Don't like the sound of that. You need
Cornell? Kernels? Oh, it's fucking kernels. Am I dumb? I may be stupid. I thought kernels felt like that. Kernels at times like this.
And if I have something big to decide, the kernels always point me in the right direction, see?
You're talking about your cup of corn?
Nibble, nibble, guilty, bubble. Nibble, not, guilty, out. Nibble, nubble, guilty, bubble. Nibble, not, guilty, out.
They're playing, He Loves Me, He Loves Me Not. But with corn, and whether or not someone's guilty. Yeah, I know. I may be literate, but it's just barely.
Perhaps it's akin to fortune telling with flower petals, like people do back home.
Yeah, that's what I said.
So Professor Hairbrain's fate is to be decided by a cob of corn.
Colonel Cobb. It's a special corn.
Could you not wait until after we had more time to find the truth before deciding the defendant's guilt? Oh, don't know about that. Me tum's awfully full already.
That's because you're eating regenerative corn. Amazing. Okay.
No, seems a little far-fetched to think that the waxwork model of the professor was in the birdcage, but on the other hand, it explains a lot. If there really is a reason why that particular waxwork had to be used as Asmund's double, we must do everything we can to make the jurors understand it. Truth is, I'm sure there's the key to this, but it's the most puzzling part of it too. She can only make a limited number of decisions per day, depending on the size of her stomach.
Yeah, she really needs to start. Wait, how did she even make this decision if the corn's regenerative? Because then doesn't it just keep going row after row? You can never come to a conclusion? Because the corn just keeps regenerating? Oh no. Solve world hunger with a single cob of corn.
You can read a book whilst eating a rice cracker, Miss Naruhodo. I'm sure you can do this. I have a mint slice that I'm gonna nibble on. You're right.
Every time she has an exam, she just fasts beforehand. Only works if it's multiple choice. I think this is it. I think this is the pit I have to pit.
Objection.
I said I thought it was, but this is a very generic statement.
Gracious! Whose statements do you refer, counsel?
So, juror number 2? Oh wait, no, I'm in the clear. Good. Oh gosh, me? What can I do for you? I presume that you heard what juror number 6 said in his statement. It's brought light to the maiden name of the coroner, Dr. Scythe, which in turn has revealed a connection that wasn't apparent before. Well, naturally, as a woman of society, I find such connections and relationships irresistible. But, oh golly, I'm afraid I failed to see what you mean. Dr. Scythe's maiden name is Stevens, and through that name, the coroner is very definitely linked to the waxwork of the killer. The defense has evidence to prove it. My goodness, evidence you say? How utterly enthralling!
Counsel, the court cannot overlook that last remark. I very much hope there is a substance to your claim.
Of course, my lord. I would ask the court to look at this. The evidence that clearly links Scythe to the thing. Here it is.
Thank you, Gregson, for giving me this.
Oh, and thank you, Sherms, for asking for it, I guess. I have a certain autopsy report from 10 years ago.
A 10-year-old autopsy report? What relevance does this have?
Relevance? What relevance does this have? It's of course from the autopsy of the person portrayed in the waxwork, the killer known as the Professor.
The professors? The man's a capital offender, so...
That's right. It's the certification of death that was drawn up after the convict's execution. The identity of the killer was never made public, so the report gives few details. But what's important is the name of the coroner who wrote it. Courtney Stevens. Oh my! Courtney Stevens?
Strike a light!
It appears that the professor's autopsy was conducted by Dr. Scythe 10 years ago. And a few days ago, Mr. Drebber very deliberately stole the waxwork of the professor from Madame Tuspel's. A waxwork that doesn't in fact resemble the victim, Mr. Asman, at all.
Or does it?
And you suppose there's some unsavory relationship between those events? Absolutely! I'm sure of it! There's no doubt in my mind that the professor's case is at the heart of a link that we have yet to uncover. Between Courtney Scythe and Mr. Enoch Drebber. Hidden links, mysterious connections, secret relationships. This is all most extraordinary. We're surely obliged now to explore this further. I love how she changes it, not for the life of an innocent man, but for hot goss. She's like, ooh, that juicy gossip? Let's go!
Right. We can't let this trial come to an end now. Not while there's this cloud of suspicion hanging above the yard's best coroner. Wasn't like this back in my day. We're still here to uphold the justice in the end.
Thank you, Mr. Police Officer. Yeah.
2 more, and I think I have an idea for which 2. It's the professor. That's what links that frightful swindler and the coroner. I think this one. And this one. Accusing someone without evidence. And we have evidence in that one. So... Oh, not 100% though. Nothing like some fresh gossip to sway a woman's heart. You know how them socialites be? Oh, actually, I was pretty convinced before, but now I'm rereading it. Accusing someone without right evidences?
He's not a perfect job, is he? I won't have it.
And so, okay, let me... I don't think I pressed this guy on this fresh new one.
Hold it!
So let's press him and see if he gives us anything. Thank you for reconsidering your position, sir.
Your words are misplaced, boy. My opinion is governed by logic and science, and nothing else. Yes, science is where you should direct your words of gratitude.
Oh. Thank you, science, for existing?
What's the matter with you? Too good to say some words of thanks to the mother of all academic subjects?
What is this about scientists? Honestly. Okay. I think... What a nonsense. Conniving with one another. Oh, wait, no. This guy and this guy? Because, if it leaves him little doubt that the waxwork wasn't inside the birdcage, then there should be little doubt that the two were connected, right? I still have 3 left. Let's go. Well, Mr. Foreman? Oh no, I fucked up. I fucked up, I think.
Oh, it's a new Sherlock Holmes adventure, published next month by the looks.
My lord? The foreman of the jury isn't listening.
Is that so? Well, I should have to reserve myself a copy of the local news agent in that case.
So sounds hope no one's listening to what I'm saying. Roman save? Oh, yes, I can save.
Yeah.
I'll save here, I think. Oh, it does auto-save though. So that's a bit of a good thing.
Aha. And I'm struggling with my internet. I love that this is frozen. This is so great. Wow, this is frozen for a long time. Holy crap, this entire thing gonna crash. I hope not.
Uh-oh. Can I get it? Uh-oh. Oh, we're back. Alright, save complete. I love how Renosuke just complains to Susato. A 16-year-old. No one's listening to what I'm saying.
Perhaps this would be a good opportunity to have a rethink then, Miss Naruhodo.
I'm gonna eat the rest of my mint slice and think about my life. Ow. Well, my only choices left, if it's not this guy, it's my original choice of this little girl. Cause it's not you.
Nothing to lose, I guess.
Cause you and like these two are like neutral statements, which is why I thought I could get these two. What a nonsense! I think I could. And like you can't press people who have already changed their mind with people who haven't. So I can't do but like 2 and 1. So since it wasn't 1 and 4, I guess it has to be 4 and 5. Process of elimination. Let's go. Again, this is not good. If you could put down your corn for a moment, Jiro number 5. Oh wait, no, this is good. I think.
Oh, you mean me?
Does anyone else have corn? Oh no, he's walking. This is good. This is good. Oh wait, shit, damn. That means my original hypothesis was correct. I fucking talked myself out of it. Ah. This is fine. Don't worry about it. I'm calm. This is fine. Don't worry about it. You pointed out it's wrong to make an accusation without evidence. But the accusation that the waxwork model was inside the second birdcage on the day in question is not without supporting evidence, as the defense demonstrated to the jurors sitting beside you.
Ding. Ooh, is that right?
Would it be fair to say? Power walk, better than corn. You got this. Yeah. I can out power walk that corn any day. Cause corn can't walk. Wait, why is there a child on the jury anyway? You don't follow the argument?
I don't understand much beside Colonel Cobb, to be honest.
Of course you don't.
I could interject you.
Please do, sir.
Now, the assertion of yours about the waxwork has been backed up by some solid evidence. It would be wrong of me, as a man of science, not to pursue the matter further.
Okay, I just need one more. I need one more.
Ah, well, me too then.
What's it out that easily? I hate this. I hate this. Sorry.
As this brainy gentleman says it's right, then he must be. See, I wouldn't dream of going against Colonel Cobb or anyone who's got stuff in between the ears.
I guess. Success! If you could call it that.
Thank you, counsel. That will do. As a result of the summation examination, the jury's overall leaning has changed. 2 jurors now call guilty, against 4 who call not guilty. Accordingly, the court has failed to reach a consensus at this time. And the trial must continue.
We did it.
Oh, well done, Miss Naruhodo. Another wonderful victory.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
The waxwork of this despicable professor, used as a body double for the victim in this quite extraordinary case. I must say, it's extremely hard to believe the assertion could possibly be true. However, would appear that it does at least warrant further investigation.
Yes, thank you. It's the waxwork of the professor that links Mr. Drebber and Dr. Scythe. I'm convinced that there's a special significance to that link.
I don't know what you're hoping to prove, lad. I really don't.
The truth, sir, by using evidence and testimony.
If the court is to delve deeper into the alleged involvement of the waxwork in this case, then the prosecution calls for the owner of this model to be summoned as a witness.
Yeah! Look at the sexy lady back. Case is about to get real interesting.
I had like a mental breakdown earlier in this case when I figured out that the Courtney Scythe was involved, and I was like, oh shit, are we going to be dual solving the 10 years ago thing with the current thing? I'm interested to see how deep the connection goes, you know? And how I think Baroque would play into it, or at least his brother. We'll find out. Fucking Kazuma. Is that Kazuma? Okay, never mind.
I promised I'll be normal about Kazuma.
Or
Alleged Kazuma.
oh, Kazuma.
You know?
Madame Tuspels. Why are you surprised? You know that. I really thought that Lord Van Zykes would object to this whole line of inquiry.
Very well, I concur. Make arrangements for Madame Tuspels to appear as a witness, with immediate effect.
Listen carefully, my learned friend. Oh, yes? You should know that you're on the brink of opening Pandora's box.
Wait, are you aware? Wait. Does Brooke know? Is he trying to help us? Is he trying to help us?
God, Baroque is such a tsundere. I don't even know if he's like legitimately trying to help us or just being an asshole.
God damn it.
Court should now adjourn for 45 minutes. During that time, the prosecution will summon the new witness and prepare her for taking the stand.
Madame Tuspels, yes. I shall see to it at once, my lord.
God damn it.
Oh shit, we're being to be continued?
Great, now I've got a decision to make. Should I... Like, I want to know what happens, but I'm like, oh...
I don't know how long the case is gonna go for.
How long have we been streaming for? Two and a half hours roughly. Not even quite. 2:17.
Does anyone know how long the second half of the case is gonna be? Because if it's gonna like open up into like a whole other triple case, then like I can't do it. I need sleep. But at the same time, it feels wrong to like let it end here.
Decisions. Oh my gosh, I don't know what to do. Should we continue? Should we not? Oh my god. Gosh. Well, if Dead by School, if you're right, and this case is about to get real interesting, I have a feeling that it's gonna get even more complex, right? So I guess that means it'll go on for a long time. So I guess as long as it feels, I guess we'll leave it off here for now. I guess we'll finish it here for now. We'll come back tomorrow. Fresh. We'll come back fresh tomorrow. And like try to finish this case. God, this case. Kazuma. That has to be Kazuma, right? Like, you gotta be kidding me. Like, he has the same sword animation. It has to be Kazuma. Kazuma. Gather some brain cells and prep for tomorrow, I guess.
Look forward to it. Look for. Okay, so now I'm thinking I have to be in tip-top shape and actually have my brain cells ready. It's gonna be hard tomorrow, huh? Well, actually, no, this is good because I only had two strikes left, and now I'll get a refill. 5. I'll have 5 tomorrow. I'll have 5 tomorrow, and I'll remember to save, and we'll solve the case tomorrow for sure. That's my promise to you guys. Okay. Okay, that's all for now then, I guess. Thank you, everyone, for coming out. Oh, and joining me on this journey. And I hope you guys have a wonderful evening, wonderful afternoon, wonderful morning, wherever you may be. And I suppose I will see you guys tomorrow, same time tomorrow. Alright, thank you so much. And I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye!